What's up, goodies? Welcome back to your girl channel and to my kitchen, How to Cook. And today we're making Jamaican barefoot rice and peas in the kitchen. Fast, easy, and simple. Make sure you subscribe, goodie, if you have not already. And turn on your post notifications so you won't miss any other uploads. And for all I'm returning goodie, when I don't know my love and I'm ready for cook, come on, let's cook. Alright, goodies, let's cook. I'm going to walk you through this recipe. Right now I'm doing this voiceover. It's maybe like 2 a.m. in the morning. So just listen for some errors here and there because your girl is tired. Now let's talk about our pigtail. Now this is the country cured pigtails. It is very salty, just like the regular pigtail where you buy in the farmer's market, supermarket or whatever. But where I live, this is the closest that I get to pigtail, salt pigtail, corn pigtail. Okay, so this is the cured one. It's really good, just the same. So that's the one that I'm going to use for the recipe. All right, so now to give it a buzz, an extra boost of flavor, I'm going to be adding some smoked turkey next to it as well. And believe me, the thing is massive. Now I have used oxtail with the pigtail in my barefoot rice and peas, but I'm going to show you how it come out mean with them two ingredients here. You're going to need red kidney beans for sure, because of course I make rice and peas, right? So, and again, this is the only red kidney beans that I could find in the supermarket where I live, beside if I decide to go to the supermarket, to the farmer's market, and that is like maybe an hour and a half from my house, y'all. Now this is my desired pieces that I chose to cut it in. Of course you could cut it smaller and you could use less. You don't have to use that much, but I wanted to have mine filled with flavor, so we're using a lot of meat here in this barefoot rice and peas recipe. Now after I've cut it into my desired pieces, I'm running it under cold running water because it is in fact salty, y'all. We're gonna kind of soak it up in some hot water, make it boil for like 30 minutes. We're gonna cook the thing, right, for 30 minutes because we want to get off some of them scarlet. That's the word, scarlet. We're gonna scald the pigtail. All right, your girl tired, and I already remind you guys that I am tired. It's 2 a.m. in the morning, y'all. Now all that extra fat, we're not going to cut anything off. We're going to keep it on the meat because that right there is flavor galore in your rice and peas. So we're going to keep all that there, but just be sure that you wash it off. Now you want to add it into your boiling water, and I am only going to let this cook in the water for 30 minutes only. We're not adding anything to it, no seasonings, no nothing, because you don't want it to get any saltier, right? Saltier, I think that's the word. All right, now moving along, while that's going, we're going to get our turkey necks or smoked turkey necks ready, and we're going to get our peas ready as well. So what we're doing here, we're going to be sure that we don't have any fake peas, another thing. So we're just going to go ahead and see what floats. Whatever floats on top, that's no good. We're just going to release that. But you want to give your peas a nice little rinse, because sometimes, goodie, your peas will have like little stones, y'all. Not bricks, y'all, stones. Now don't mind me, because once again I told y'all that I am like half sleeping doing this voiceover. Okay, now I'm not cutting anything off of the pig. I'm not cutting anything off of my turkey necks. Okay, we're going to leave all the little extra pieces and fats and stuff on it, but of course you want to give it a nice little rinse. I'm just washing it under cold water, and that's it. Nothing fancy, nothing dancy, and then we should be ready to go. We'll just drain that off and we're ready to go to our next step. Now goodie, if you're watching me here, this is your first reminder to subscribe if you have not, okay, and turn on your post notifications so that way you will be the first to be notified when I drop. When I drop, you drop as well, okay? All right, so moving along, it's been 30 minutes and our pigtail is exactly what I wanted to be doing. So All that right there is salt, honey. When I tell you salt, it is salt, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and throw that off, and that's about it. Now moving along, our pot is on our fire, and we're going to add those pigtails into the peas and the smoked turkey neck. You want to combine everything together, and this is where you season now. So my seasoning of choice is the Ocherius all-purpose season, because I don't know some girl love Ocherius, right? Alright, so use whatever you have. I'm adding some pimento seeds, or pimento berries as you will call it, and I'm also adding some garlic here. This is dried garlic, fresh garlic, whatever garlic, chopped garlic, use what you have. And I'm also adding 2 bay leaves here to the mix. Okay, now in addition to that, I'm adding some ginger, because ginger, honey, talk to me nice. Cover it up and allow it to cook until tender. After it's cooked until tender, this is what you have here: your peas, your smoked turkey necks, and your corn pigtail should be all tender and ready for the next step. Okay, that is what it looks like, honey. And when I'm telling you, it says smell good, it is smelling amazing, and it's not even finished yet. All right, so what we're going to do here, we're going to get our rice ready, and we're going to get our additional seasonings that we're going to need to finish off the recipe. Now we are going to add a can of coconut cream. If you don't want to do that one, you could use fresh one, a powdered one. Then you go in and you add your scallion and thyme, and I did add some onions to it, because onion is going to take it up to a way 100% level, right? Go ahead and add your pepper, and I did add 1 teaspoon of jerk seasoning, or you could use powdered jerk or make your own. I did go back and add some of that all-purpose seasoning to it, and a little bit of salt to flavor up them veggies there, right? Because make sure that you taste it though. If you taste it and you feel like you don't need any more salt, don't add it. Just go ahead, because based on your pigtail, some salted and some, but just go ahead and taste it and see what your taste buds is giving you. Okay, I did add maybe a teaspoon of salt to mine. Now it's time to add our rice in. The rice that I'm going to be using today is the parboiled rice, but of course you could use jasmine rice, basmati rice, any kind of rice of your choice. I did go ahead and let that bubble for another 15 minutes or so. Now while that was going, I decided I was going to do some shish kebab. So I'm doing chicken shish kebab with onions and bell pepper and all that good stuff. And I seasoned it with chicken season and all them little things, right? And parsley, and I did fry some plantains. So next I was ready to give the rice a nice little rinse on the cold water. And for those of you that might be wondering how much rice I'm using for this recipe, I never measure nothing, you know, but I'm going to put a rice and peas recipe in the description, so you can go in and follow that, right? Just know that one thing though, when you're making rice and peas, you want to be sure when you add in the rice into the liquid is about at least an inch above to where your rice is leveled, okay? So that way once your rice expand, it will have the water to absorb the rice and give us one nice fluffy rice and peas or white rice or whatever kind of rice you decide to cook. Just make sure you have it about an inch above where your rice is. Now everything has come together, the scallion and the thyme and the onions and all of that. We're going to go in and add the rice in, and that is also perfect. I did cover it up with the foil about, I'll say 20 minutes in to the cooking process. Just allow the steam to really sit in and soak right through to the very bottom of the rice, okay? Because I don't want soft off the rice over here, so add the rice over here, and I did add about 2 tablespoons of butter to it as well. Cover it up and let it do the thing. Now I decided to do some jerk chicken as well on the grill this time. And I know some love put my chicken in the oven, but we decided to do it. Husband wanted to grill it, so we'll go ahead and do that. This is my shish kebab, well seasoned. And I didn't over season, y'all. I just had salt and black pepper and chicken seasoning and parsley, and that was it. I did make some gravy though. Well, gravy, yeah. I did make some sauce. Let's just say I did make some sauce. And the sauce that I made, I did put it on the shish kebab and I did put it on the jerk as well. And the same sauce that I made enough for dinner, for the gravy for dinner, right? And you already have that recipe how to make sauce for your chicken, your fried chicken or whatever. I already have that recipe, so I don't need to show you guys that. All right, it's in the microwave, y'all. If you was wondering, it's in the microwave that I made it. Now, as far as my salad is, I just use some romaine lettuce. I sliced it really thin, add some tomatoes to it, a little bit of dried parsley, and a pinch of coconut sugar, y'all. Maybe a teaspoon of coconut sugar. Just sprinkle the coconut sugar upon it, and that was it. Now, everything is all done, and our Barefoot rice and peas is finished. Okay? It is finished. I have to say, though, that little piece of pigtail right this up was kind of traumatizing me, but overall everything was good. I don't know why it was so pointed out, y'all. It was kind of giving me a little bit of, anyway. It was done. It was good. It was beautiful. It was fantastic. Everybody loved this Barefoot rice and peas. I want to talk about flavor good day. Flavor turn up in the kitchen real loud. If you have never had this before, I guarantee you give this recipe a try. You will not regret it. When I tell you the smoked turkey neck was off the chain, it was off the chain. Make sure you tell her, the man up the road, the girl down the street. Bring them come and send them come. Tell them we're going to go. Tell them we're going. Bring them come and send them come. I'm waiting. When you get done doing all of that, tell me where you want to see me cook next. In my kitchen. And remember, as always, from my kitchen to your kitchen, enjoy.